Welcome to season 2 of Shade New Crown, and the reason it's season 2 is we have switched it up. Obviously, we have a new location. We have a host. You guys loved the Zoom that we did with Madi when we were talking about all things Empress Athleticus, so we decided that we were going to make it into season 2 of Shade New Crown, where we can talk about our good days, our bad days, everything that goes into making Empress Athleticus so great. And mainly it's to inspire you guys to maybe start your own business, because that's definitely what we're here to do. All right, so Madi, host away, babe. What do we got?
Okay, really the first thing that we want to talk about today is dream it, plan it, launch it. So those 3 things are like key to starting your own business. I know you guys have talked about it a little bit before, but we want to delve into it and really.
Never shoot near children or animals. Are you right? That was a very loud dream. I had the Shade New Crown season 2. There are a lot of animals here, so if you just see a cat jumping past, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're fine. All right, cool. So dream it, plan it, launch it.
Dream it, plan it, launch it. So dream it, Kristy. Empress Athleticus was kind of your baby. You and Sam started this kind of process. Yeah. Well, it'll be 12 months ago now for you, right?
Yeah. Because we've been doing it together for 6 months.
Time.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So what was...
Wow. Yeah.
What was
Anniversary.
Should we have a cake?
We should have a cake.
Brittany's graded speeches, you know.
It's gone so quickly.
I've actually nominated myself as a
Speech
bridesmaid. So like if anybody needs a good bridesmaid, that would be like, I love you, babe. The good do speeches. I look in a dress. I'm very, very hands-on.
Multifaceted too, like hair, makeup, DJ, speeches.
Don't call me about that, because all of the photos that I seem to be in, I've got like that angry frowny face.
Oh yeah, I'm good in photos.
I'm not.
I didn't need my resume, Madi. Oh, yeah.
Add it to your resume, babe. If this whole thing doesn't work out, professional bridesmaid.
Sorry, that's on track.
We're gonna circle back.
Sorry. We can't help ourselves. So many business ideas. Plan it. We just gave you one. There you go. There's an idea. If you want it, go for it. Run with it.
All right. So Kristy, about 12 months ago, you and Sam started to think about your next kind of business idea. It ended up being Empress Athleticus, but how did you get to that spot?
All right, so as most of you know, I've worked in law firms for about 20 years, so I'm coming up to my 20th anniversary, so we can have a cake for that too.
So much
cake. Why is everything we do about bad food?
We love chocolates. What are we gonna do?
Anyway, so I've been in law for about 20 years, and growing and building businesses is not something that's new to Sam and I, so that's something that we really love doing. And Empress Athleticus was no different. So it was kind of born from, we wanted to get into something in the apparel industry, and then it was just a matter of working out what it was that would kind of sit well with both of us, and particularly me, because I was the one that sort of had this passion to get into the apparel industry. So whether it be athleisure wear or pajamas or swimwear or just general fashion or whatever it was, so we needed to work that out. And there were various different reasons why we picked athleisure wear, and I don't know if we want to go into that, so I'll see if Madi asks a question about that.
Absolutely.
Right on the list.
We'll just jot that one down, shall we?
So we so you can ask that question in a second, but otherwise, so we had to work out what apparel we wanted to get into. And then we went through the whole process of dreaming up what it would look like in terms of, what the name would be, what the business structure would be, just everything, down to the logo and, what our swing tags would look like and the colours and, dreaming all of that together. And I suppose the dream goes into the planning stage pretty well, straight away, where all you want to do with all of your time is, build this thing and watch it become something.
So it was the dreaming stage that kind of flowed into the planning stage, but at the same time that you and Sam were doing that, Brittany and James were kind of doing the same thing, but different.
I think the biggest thing was our time frames. So Kristy and Sam pretty much planned Empress Athleticus for 6 months prior to meeting us, and we planned what we were doing for like a couple of weeks. So
who put more thought into it?
So kind of time was the difference between how far along we got, but the biggest thing for us is coming up with the overall concept as to what we wanted to sell, the name, buying domains, you know, getting all of the SWOT analysis done, you know, strengths, weaknesses, all that kind of jazz. And I personally, that is the funnest thing about starting a business. I love it. And I remember when you said, hey, do you want to jump on board with me? I was like, what have you done? Like, I've done the logo, the swing tags, I've ordered fabric, I've got machines coming. I'm like, that's all the fun stuff. But what's there for me to do? Like,
and then it's
sorry.
like, how attached are you to different things where it's like, you know, have you completely set your mission, vision, and values? No, not completely, because, you know, so that was something that we're able to do together. And then, you know, like fabrics moving forward and what they were going to look like, and, you know, patterns and drawings, and even things like naming the fabrics, you know, had any of that stuff been done? No, it hadn't. So the, well, actually, naming the patterns hadn't been done. Naming the fabrics had been done. Yeah. So,
but then, so then when we had our first meeting, she like showed me the swing tags. I was like, ooh! Oh, so you like them now? And I was like, maybe. And I was like, yes, but maybe they're kind of cute. But yeah, so the biggest thing with us is obviously coming up with that little concept. And to be honest with you, we are actually going to still do that eventually.
So your dream that you came up with, that's right. But the thing is, we're going to do it together.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of, we've realized how good of a team we are with Empress Athleticus that we're like, oh, well, let's just keep adding them to our belt, hey? Because we're wanting to do different things.
Not only that, so going back to the initial dream that Sam and I had, it is actually a little bit different to what we're doing. So there will be, after your dream, another one of our dreams.
Yes.
Just so you know.
And this is the issue.
Laser focus.
Yeah.
Laser focus.
These are the, you know, the benefits and disadvantages with being with people who love starting businesses is we all love to start them. So we're like, let's just keep starting them.
Yeah,
like,
forever.
It's fun. It is really, really fun. And I guess when you understand the formula of having a business, it's so easy to just keep doing it because you understand how it's going to work. And you've really got like a leg up as to, okay, well, I know these are going to be my issues. How do we fix those issues straight away so then we don't get there when we happen to it? And even too, James has started his own business. He's got a sunny brand up, and like we've all just kind of got like a few little side hustles going on.
Just actually on James's business, let's talk about that because that's
that one kind of goes back to the dreamer thing with James's because he's been dreaming about this for like a really long time, and he's finally just gone, nah, I'm gonna do it. Stuff like waiting, let's dive right in. And you know,
I think originally too, so James originally had the idea of having a dropshipping company for sunglasses in 2018. He had a little note in his phone. And just like all of us, we all have great ideas. It's just having that confidence and stopping that, you know, that inside saboteur. So going, oh no, we don't have enough money or we don't have enough time or whatever to actually go, okay, well, let's do this. And what do we need to do that? And same with James, because he's been in business for such a long time. Well, not really. We're still young. What am I saying? Oh my God.
Like you're 50. I've been in business for 35 years.
Because we've kind of been in that, been doing it for a bit, it was easy for James to just go, okay, I want to prove to myself that I can do this. He didn't even ask for my help. He didn't even tell us, hey, Madi.
It was so crazy. He just walked in one morning and he's like, so set up my company. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Like, we're like, what?
James's mood's changed heaps.
Yeah. He was super happy. He was super stoked. And because he was asking me something about marketing, and he's like, oh, by the way, the reason I keep asking this is I've set up my own business. And I was like, okay, whatever. And he's like, no, like, do you want to see it? And I was like, okay. And he showed me, I was like,
wow, same. I was exactly the same. It's like the awesome logo, awesome products, just
website done.
Sunglasses. Have a look at
Gorilla sunglasses, really, really cool.
Really
like
cool.
literally just launched like yesterday. I was his first order. We love this.
Of course you
But yeah, so his
And you
goal,
can get sunglasses for your cat and your dog.
Yeah, and your dog.
Yeah, of course.
But James's dream was to he really wanted to give dropshipping a go because we haven't done dropshipping before as a business strategy. He wanted to spend as little money as possible and he wanted to do it all himself, aka logos, website, marketing, everything. And he wanted to see how far he could get. He got very, very far.
He got so far.
He did really, really good.
But because he got so far, he will probably go and do something else and again and again and again.
And because they're drop shipping companies as well, they don't need him to be there. He doesn't need employees. He doesn't need so many things. I think, hey James, your overall spend to get Gorilla sunglasses up $600.
At $440.
$440. That's his
That's
his total investment and obviously his time. But it just goes to show that, you know, not every business needs a massive amount of cash injection to get it up and running. And dropshipping is a really great way to do it. Or I'm even talking to Ella. I was like, set up an Etsy store. You could sell your drawings as stickers, as, you know, cards, or, you know, I really, really want a picture of Bear drawn as a cartoon, put in a frame with his name underneath it. They're like $500 to get one that size. You know what I mean? So like little things like that, like there's so many ideas if you're a creative person to try to sell your designs and stuff like that.
Like obviously the fun stuff is the dreamer part that you love, B, but the planning, I feel like a little bit more time and energy would have had to go into, like, how are you going to manufacture things? Where are you going to manufacture things? Like all of those kind of things. Like how long did that take you?
Well, I think the biggest thing is working out, first of all, how much you want to invest in regards to time and money. If you've got limited time and limited money, it's going to change a lot of your options. With me, I obviously had a lot of time, and I had actually a decent amount of cash as well when we were originally planning what we were doing. So my original idea was we were going to do manufacturing, and it wasn't going to be an activewear. It was always never going to be an activewear because I did for 7 years, and I was like, try something different.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that. Let's try it. Let's have another, plan. And then just working out, how we want to do it. It's everything going to align with our, if we're going to manufacture, where are we going to manufacture? If we're going to manufacture offshore, how are we going to do that in a way that it's going to align with, what we're really, really passionate about? How do we make things sure it's ethical and blah, 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 like every single little thing. And I think for majority of people, these are the questions that I get a lot. Are supply details. It is very difficult if you've never done it before or don't know where to look, is trying to find suppliers.
People that won't screw you over or mess you around or send you rubbish or that's a lot of research into that.
That's the biggest thing. Research. And you will have to go through that whole testing process and looking through it, and that I guess will be the big hardest. That's what I think the hardest thing is about with planning. If you're going to want to do manufacturing in any regards, if you want to do toothbrushes or whatever you want to do, trying to find good quality stock is very difficult.
And then I suppose launch it. You guys launched fairly quickly after B and James kind of linked up with you guys, and you got Empress Athleticus all planned out and dreamed and everything like that. What was probably the hardest thing about launching Empress? What do you think was the hardest part?
That's a good question, Madi.
Thank you so much. It came to me.
I don't think it really had one. It was hard to launch Empress Athleticus. I think because we all have the same values and because we all, we were kind of in complete alignment with everything. So when we decided we were going to launch, we're going to do this, and even if we fail, we're going to fail forward, and we're going to keep, trying and improving and. Rather than saying, oh, look, we won't launch for another 9 months and we'll have absolutely everything perfect. Our website has to be perfect and our Facebook page has to be perfect. And all the stuff.
Our patterns, our fabric, everything has to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, we wanted our patterns to be perfect. And when we launched, they were what we considered were perfect. But then you can always improve on perfect, particularly, when there's different shapes and sizes that are wearing your clothing, and it's like we could actually do this better, but you don't know that you can do it better until you actually
get that feedback.
So I don't think that it was difficult to launch. It was more just about
do it.
Do you
You know
think that?
what?
Do you
I
actually?
think that? I actually think that's the perfect advice you just said without saying it.
Just do it.
No,
I don't
just
know what I
do it,
did.
but
I don't know that I
the
said.
situation is, if you spent, so if we did wait 9 months to actually launch, and we got everything to our quality of perfect, and then we launched it, and we got the same feedback, because at the end of the day, it was our perfect, our patterns were our perfect, and it was like, you know what, I would want it a little bit higher, I want more room for my butt seam, I want this, I want it tighter, I want this, I want this, I want this. We would have been so much more butthurt. Because we would have been crushed.
Yeah.
We'd be like, fuck, I thought this was perfect. And now you're saying that it's not.
But
Because
our perfect is
you
never
have
going
to
to be their
you have to
perfect.
be willing to accept feedback.
That's
because
right.
feedback is what's going to propel your business.
Especially if you are a product-based business, it doesn't really matter what you think.
No,
You know,
that's right.
you're selling a product to a customer, and the customer has to love it. And
And
so,
the customer has to come first, and you have
Yeah.
to listen to your customers, because at the end of the day, it's not you buying your own product. Just because I like it doesn't mean that everybody else does. Like you need to listen to that feedback.
And I think that's one of the things that our customers really like is they'll say something and be like, hey, and
That's
then
a
like
great
literally in
idea.
a month's time, they're like, here you go, hey, no,
do listen.
where's my
Yeah.
magic lamp? What else do I want? Because yeah, we really listen to our customers, and you have to be able to do that too. If you're
Yeah.
wanting to do product, understand that a lot of your development is going to come straight from your customers.
Yeah.
There is a lot of contradiction in it.
Yeah.
Like obviously read between the lines with it. But yeah, they'll tell you exactly what you need. It's so easy.
all right. So basically, dream it is fun. Plan it a little bit hard. Launch it. Just do it, babe. Just do it. You can't go wrong.
Nah, you can't. Well, and even true, like even if you do make a mistake,
Just fail forward.
just
That's
pay
right.
forward. Just make sure you don't do it again and just keep going.
That's
you
right.
know?
And learn from it.
Learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, actually, talking about launching it and failing, I saw on
Don't
TikTok,
fail.
I saw on TikTok, these girls started an earring business, and they were two sisters. They were doing clay earrings, and their TikTok went viral. So they had so many customers on launch wanting to buy these earrings to support the girls, which is beautiful, fantastic, whatever. They had no idea what the fuck they were doing, and they didn't know how to dispatch. They didn't know how everything went wrong. Like everything possibly wrong that could go wrong with a launch went wrong with the launch. But you know the best thing ever? No one cared.
Learned from
No
all
one
of
cared.
that. Yeah.
No one cared. They were so open because they were honest with their customers. They, they were like, guys, oh my god, like this is so overwhelming. Like we fucked up this, we fucked up this. Like we don't know how to do this, and can you give us ideas for this? And because they were so open with everybody, was like, oh, you guys are great. Like I haven't had that order for 3 weeks, but you're doing great, sweetie. Like,
But that even happened with Empress Athleticus, right? On the first launch, we loaded so many more underwear than what we were supposed to, and I had to, and it was me. I counted wrong. I can't count. Yeah, I think I typed 70 instead of 40. It was a yeah. It was so bad. And then I, come Tuesday after our launch on the Saturday, and we were going, oh my god, where is the other bag? Where are the other bags? And I had to call something like 30 customers and say, I'm so sorry, we've had an error. I'll give you a refund, or if you don't mind waiting, it'll take another week. And we've got some fabric, like we jumped right onto it. We were open, we were honest with them, and not a single customer asked for a refund.
because you're being honest.
Because we were just like, hey, look, we're so sorry. It'll take, an extra 5 business days, but we'll get it out to you. Is that okay? And they were like, absolutely, we want to do that. So,
We make mistakes. It's just learn.
and it was one of those learning moments where we were like, hey, why don't we double check the count?
Well, it's like that, but it's like that quote that I put up the other day, how stupid of me, and it was like crossed out stupid, how human of me.
Yeah.
People understand that you're going to make mistakes, and no one's expecting you to be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
But if you try to hide things and be like, oh, we had an error with whatever, we're like, no guys, oopsies, we screwed up.
Yeah.
We're so sorry. This is what we've done to make it better.
it.
Are you okay with this solution, or would you like a different one? And everybody was like, yeah, I'll wait for fabric. Thank you so much. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And the other thing is too, like, we sold out of our first launch was epic. We sold out of all of our
Everything.
black in literally like 0.2 seconds. We still obviously have like a few prints and stuff, but like we didn't expect it to go the way that it
No.
went. So when we had those errors, we couldn't even catch them. We were up until like what,
Oh, it was
midnight
like
the night
midnight
before,
the night
trying to get
before.
the stock up,
We
and
were
like
trying
yeah,
to-
it was epic.
Yeah.
But people understand it, and people are just happy to support you if you were going to have that personal edge to your business.
Because it's also like you want it to be perfect, but when it's not perfect, that's okay.
It's okay.
You know,
It's okay.
fine.
And just think, and I think that's the biggest thing, don't stress, because like, you know, I've been so stressed all the time for so long that you just get to a point where you're like, oh, it will fix itself out.
It'll be
We'll
alright.
figure something
Yeah.
out. Like, no stress. We'll
It'll
work
come
it
out in the wash.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Just
Yeah,
do it.
just do it.
Just do it.
Just launch it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Well, I think that is a great first episode, you guys. Don't you?
We did great.
did
It's
great.
going to be awful to edit because we've got cats and dogs and children running on in.
This is a nightmare. This is my next 2 days.
But welcome to season 2. We'll be here every Thursday still, Maddie.
Well, let's hope.
You'll see us again.
See you